Happy Coffee Talk Monday. How was your 4th of July? Ours was interesting here. There were fireworks going off everywhere. So many. It really sounded like a war zone. Little creepy, but kind of cool because some of my neighbors had some really looked like real fireworks. It's like, wow. My dog didn't like them so much though. I hope you and your dog were safe yesterday. Today, I want to talk a little bit about this misconception around developing mental skills. What do I mean by that? Well, it seems a little scary sometimes to have to go and talk to someone about something that's going on in your head, right? Yeah, I get it. It's like, oh my gosh, something must be wrong with me, or I must be broken. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? Because we don't really talk about those skills and developing them. We mainly only talk about developing the physical skills and abilities. So if we're developing the physical skills and abilities and then something's going on with our head, there must be something wrong with us. Why can't I fix my head by working harder on my physical skills and abilities? Yeah, it's a pretty typical, common thought or question. And I am going to try to debunk any myths around that today. Because I don't want people to fear reaching out to me or coming to see me. No, I want to help people be their best. So, let me talk a little bit about this. Developing coping skills and mental skills are very similar to developing physical skills. In what way? Well, there's a little bit of a process. And it takes a little bit of a conscious, concerted effort. You're like, makes sense, right? Yeah. The process and the concerted effort is similar because there's a process, but where it sort of diverges is that developing physical skills really, can take a lifetime. Developing the coping skills and the mental skills doesn't take a lifetime. And as a matter of fact, it really takes a considerable less amount of time than you might think. Now, obviously, kids are a shorter period of time, and as people get older, it takes a little bit longer, but that's because we're set in our ways, right? And we've been doing things the same way all the time, or for a long time. But it still doesn't take a lifetime and tons of time. So there's that. There's deliberate, conscientious process, just like the physical skills, but it doesn't take as long as the physical skills. Now, let me get to the other part. Just because your brain is getting in the way of you doing what you want to do does not mean you're broken, there's something wrong with you, or somebody needs to fix you. It just means that you haven't had the opportunity to develop these coping skills and these mental skills. So you can't expect yourself to just have them. Because we don't. Sometimes we can limp along for a long time or we can sort of figure it out. But if you really want your mental skills to align with your physical skills, you have to develop them. And developing them, again, doesn't mean that you're broken. doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. Just means that you don't have them yet. Or what you have is not what you need. So then you have to develop them. Just like you have to develop the physical skill. It's not like you wake up one morning and you're a baseball player or a tennis player or a swimmer, right? Well, and it's not like you wake up one morning and you're confident and you're motivated and you have no nerves or anxiety. Yeah, exactly. Get my point, right? So nothing's wrong, nothing's broken. No one's going to fix you. It's about developing the skill. Developing the individual skills tailored to your needs. I think the other thing that's important in this process is to let you know this is not therapy. This really is helping you to develop the concrete skills. Yeah, there's talk involved, of course. How do we get stuff done if there's no talk involved? But it's really helping you to figure out what's not working, what's going to work better based on what you want, what you need, and then how do we help you develop those and then reinforce those so that they become more second nature. You know, coping skills are developed when we're really, really young, really. We're in a situation before the age of 10, and we sort of just have to figure out how to deal with those situations. We don't really know how, but we're confronted with something. It's like, ooh. And it's not even a conscious process. But a lot of times those are the coping skills or the mental skills that follow you. And because you haven't really had an opportunity to develop them and develop them into something that you need, they don't really work for you anymore. I understand this is a little scary. I totally get it. But whenever I have the opportunity to talk to parents, kids, adults, whenever I get to talk to people about this work and really normalize it, they go, oh, that totally makes sense. Yeah. So I love the opportunity to have those conversations. And if you're listening to this and you're thinking, yeah, it is a little scary to have to work on my head, although so many people are doing it in sports and in music and in business and in other entertainment fields, reach out and set up a free 30-minute phone consult. That way we can just talk. There's no obligation. And we can talk about what's going on for you and how I can help and whether or not this is going to even work for you. And I can talk about more about what I have been talking about in terms of normalizing the process. And once you get a better overall sense, I think you'll go, yeah, okay, makes sense. One of the things that always fascinates me is that, you know, towards the end of my time with clients, we'll talk about how was this? Was it as scary as you thought it was going to be? How do you feel now? And we actually have a little chuckle at the end because people think at the beginning, oof, I don't know, this is kind of scary. And then at the end, I'd say about 95% of clients say, wow, I wish I would have done this sooner. So don't wait. It's not as scary as you think it is. And if you feel scared, again, let's talk about it. This is Dr. Michelle coming at you on Coffee Talk Monday. I hope you have a fabulous week wherever you are. I'll see you next Monday. Take care. Bye.